Get on up in here. Get on up in here. Yes, sir. Uncle Chico, Sunday Night Live. Live and direct.
It's another Sunday night. It's another Sunday night. Another Sunday night live with Unc and BiggDogg Chico.
All right. It is another one. It's another one. It's another one, baby. It's another one.
Another Sunday night live with Unc and BiggDogg. With Unc and BiggDogg. With Unc and BiggDogg.
So get ready for it.
Another Sunday night live. Unc and
People,
BiggDogg Chico.
Buffs damn near got knocked out like I did this past
No,
weekend.
not damn near.
Yeah.
Not damn near.
As Coach Prime said, they got their butt beat and they were delinquent on some things. From your point of view, man, you know, it looked like a great week of practice leading up to it, though. If we can get back to what we're here for real. We're gonna recap Colorado, Houston.
We here for both things. This the Uncle Chico show. We talk about sports, which include Colorado football, include boxing, include whatever. We not off script or hiding something. Like we just went for the boxing match first. But no, we lost Chico, and it was a great week of preparation. Let me start with the end in mind, right? Before we get to all the negatives, because there's a lot of negatives. There's a plenty of blame to go around. Do you remember what the goal for this season is, Chico?
Goal for the season is to Big 12 championship, I would think.
That's exactly right. You ain't got to think. You ain't got to guess it. That is what it is. The goal for the season is to go to the Big 12 championship / winning. And even with the current state of affairs in Colorado football, much like last year when we got up to 9 wins, and you remember what our record was about the first 3 weeks of the season, the goal is still on the table. We haven't squandered the goal, but we have got to get some things fixed in order to accomplish the goal. There is, at least in my opinion, and I'm willing to hear the opinion of others, I think when you get to the Big 12 championship, December 7th in Dallas, Texas, at Jerry World, you're going to have 2 teams there with 2, maybe even 3 conference losses. That's how much parity is in this league. You know, you're probably going to have a 10-12, a 10-2 team versus a 9-3 team, or maybe even 2 9-3 teams when it comes to who's going to be the top 2 in this conference. We lost one that we really went in. That was a game you should have won. Let me put it that way. You were facing an opponent that what you do well stacked up nicely against what they didn't do well. And so that was one that got away from me. And Chico, you know this from, I don't care if it was Selma, UAB, or even your boxing match. On your path to a championship, 2 things got to take place. You got to beat the people you're supposed to beat, and you got to beat somebody you ain't supposed to beat.
Mm-hmm.
And what happens when you lose one that you shouldn't have lost, now you got to pick up 2 that the odds are against you. Mm-hmm. Now, we know when it comes to Coach Prime and the Prime effect, I'm not going off Vegas. Vegas always say we're going to lose. Like, we ain't never the damn favorite. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about just the eyeball test, the records, the common opponents, and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But here was like some of the things, that just caught my attention. And I look back at that Georgia Tech game. Chico, I don't know if you remember, but Georgia Tech was 13 to Colorado 10 at halftime. Very winnable game.
Mm-hmm.
Halftime of Houston, Colorado was Houston 16, Colorado 14.
Mm-hmm. Very winnable game.
Winnable game. Shout out to Houston for having their own model, their own mate.
Sanchez.
The ball far.
About those
because you held them to 45 and 54 and field goals. But dog, and I'm hopping around here just as the game comes back to me. Man, the bugaboo at the start of that third quarter, because they wanted to toss and they deferred, just like we always do. They had a 17-play, 57-yard, 8-minute and 35-second drive to start the third quarter. We got the ball once in the third quarter. We did 3 plays for 2 yards.
Mm-hmm.
The whole quarter. The whole quarter, Chico. So now I tell you now, it's 16-14 at halftime. They get the ball first for the third. They go 17 plays, 8.5 minutes to get a field goal. We get the ball. We go 3 plays for 2 yards and nothing.
Can't sustain drives, man.
And dog, let me tell you this. Thank you for saying that, Chico, because let me tell you what the world is going to focus on. And I'm not saying that the world is wrong. I'm just dealing in chronological order. The world is pointing to the problems on third down. Chico, I don't know about you, but second come before third and first come before second. It was the ineptitude on first down that got us. You can I share some numbers with you, Chico?
Please do, sir.
First quarter, first down when something like this, just first downs in the first quarter.
Right.
-2, +3, +2, no gain, penalty, sack. That was our first downs in the first quarter, which means second and third, now you are against the chains instead of ahead of the chains. You've made second and third down more difficult. That was offensively. Defensively, oh my God. Chico, I went back and looked at there were 5 particular plays on tackles we missed. And those 5 plays. And I'm talking about tackles outside the hash, outside the numbers. Just those 5 plays. When I'm pointing that out, Chico, because the sideline becomes a defender, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can push a mofo out of bounds. Those 5 missed tackles resulted in 95 extra yards.
Wow.
So you had a guy, you could have tackled him for a gain of 8, and he ended up gaining 28.
Right.
You had a guy, you could have tackled him. When I say could, I mean you hit him. You wrapped up. You just slid off of him.
Yeah.
For a gain of 3, and he gained 15. When you put those 5 plays together, there was 95 additional yards and about 9 points resulted in those field goals. What I say the score was at halftime, 16-14. Chico, that's the ball game right there.
Yes, sir.
That's the ball game right there.
And then after that, at one point, they were down 5 points. Go ahead, touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
All we had to do was put together a drive. We couldn't do that. They get the ball back. Matter of fact, I think we might have, at one point, we punted the ball down there to the 3-yard line. We still held them to the field goal, but we got to get off the field at that point.
Chico, that was first play of the game.
Yeah.
Chico, you want to start there. You want to start the first play. The first play, they get the ball on the 3, and we don't have
even after that, too.
No, I know, but hold up. First play of the game.
Yeah.
First play of the game, they get. Now, here's what should happen when you're playing complimentary football. If you kick the ball off to the 3, you should be getting the ball back on like your 40.
Mm-hmm.
Because you should be holding them to about the 20 or something.
Flipping the field.
You should be flipping field. The first play, we didn't have a single linebacker stay in their gap or come downhill and fill their gap. The first play, they got a first down.
Yeah.
The second play, they got a first down. Now the flipping the field position is over.
Mm-hmm.
Like the defense, a lot of people want to point fingers at the offensive coordinator. A lot of people want to, point fingers at, a drop pass here, there, especially, you look at what Stahl's performance, want to point fingers. But man, for this to be the quote unquote same defense we had last year, Rob Livingston coming back,
Mm-hmm.
some of our deficiencies on defense this past game were just head scratching. And a lot of it was guys not where they were supposed to be. One of the things that happened in the team meeting today, Chico, today being Sunday, was like, hey, let's look at the good, bad, ugly. Before we press play on this, Chico, what's your job on this play? Well, I'm supposed to blah, 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 blah. All right, press play. And Chico did not blah, 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 blah.
Exactly.
It wasn't the play call. It wasn't the scheme.
Just do your job.
My man, my main man, 50 grand from Jack State, Jeremiah Brown. Did you see that sack he missed?
Oh, man. That hurts sometimes, man. That hurt when you get in there, you get free like that. Then the quarterback make a little move on you. That happened to me, man. One of my first games in Europe. I hate to go back to me, but yeah, that's a word. That's something he gonna think about 20 years from now. Trust me.
Chico, because I'm telling you, when I went back and looked at the game, when you look at those 5 missed tackles, I'm talking about this 95 yards, the drop pass by JoJo, the sincere pass when he didn't turn up field. Draylon would tell you himself, now these are the players that miss. I got to get flat on that route for Staub. Yeah. Not all of those things. Either one of those things happen, you win the game. Like you didn't need all 8 happen. You just need one of them to happen, and you win the game. And none of those things had anything to do with what the defense coordinator called up or the offensive coordinator called up. It had everything to do with execution.
So you're telling me that all the people out there that's saying that we need to fire the coach, or change the play call. It's not the play caller.
Let me give you an example of that, Chico.
Please do. Thank you, sir.
Week 1, Georgia Tech. You remember when Salter rolled out to the boundary, had 30 yards of green grass in front of him, chose to pass the ball to the running back and overthrew it?
Yeah.
If the running back catches, he scores. If Salter runs, he scores.
Right.
How can a play that gives you 2 opportunities to score be a bad play call? The play wasn't executed.
Right.
And the playbook does not account for failure to execute. Okay, let's draw this up now. Hold up now. We got to make sure that we know that Chico ain't going to catch it. So somebody be right there ready to catch it when he bobble it. Like that, you don't design plays like that.
This is not a super chat, but I'm going to highlight it anyway because it's, you know what? No, I'm not. Go ahead.
Yeah, so no, I mean, it is what it is. I think our special teams is special. I think we put ourselves in a position, at least with the kicking, that we can hang with anybody. And I think we are just one turn or one block on running it back, on running one all the way back. There was opportunities there as well. I think that our linebackers have got to make a commitment to do their job first, even when that means be bored. Don't try to go help somebody else, because then the running back just going to peel it back the other way. And that happened several times. Like it was just not playing gap sound football on the defensive side. And a lot of people, man, they go, oh, man, look at the pass that DJ McKinney gave up, in one-on-one. Well, if you look at that particular play, everybody in the field was a one-on-one situation. So, the same reason the DB quote unquote failed to do his job, don't that mean one of the linemen failed to do theirs? They didn't beat their man either. And like I said, even when you drew up the perfect play, and look, JB is my dog. Now, me and him flew back together. I talked to him today. He literally dove behind the man. The quarterback really didn't fake. He just missed him. That sack right there changes the game. JoJo catching that pass changes the game. Sincere getting that first down changes the game.
You got to make plays when you have the opportunity, man.
You have to make plays when you have the opportunity, and we had ample, Chico.
And let me tell you about this real quick. Now, of course, I'm not going to be a fan of, and this has nothing to do with Pat Sherman. This has to do with the overall philosophy of a lot of bubble screens or things of that nature. I cannot be a fan of that, right? But I can't be a hypocrite coach, because when I was coaching even my little league, I said, listen, we're going to throw away all the 12, 13, 14 plays. We're going to run 4 or 5 plays. If we do them correctly, we'll gain the yard. But the problem is somebody's not doing their job, right? So let's everybody do their job and let's see it. This play going to be successful. It doesn't matter what we call. We got to
Yep.
do our job. So
Yep.
at the end of the day, yeah. You know,
Yeah,
I think
I
more
think
pass than run or more run than pass. You could argue that. But, you know, you still have to execute, dog.
Yeah, but I think that the head coach, Deion Sanders, would tell you he's looking in the mirror and seeing what he's going to do better. I think the coordinators, I mean, and I'm telling you, I heard them say this myself.
Yeah.
So there is accountability at all levels in the organization. But the beauty of this ugliness is the goal is still on the table. The goal is still attainable. Clemson is sitting there at 1-2. And you crazy as hell if you don't think they still good enough to win the ACC. Notre Dame is sitting there 0-2. And if you tell me they ain't going to win some more Kansas City is sitting there 0-2. Colorado is 1-2, 1 conference loss, and we know whoever makes it to Dallas December 7th weekend is going to have 2 conference losses. So everything is still in front of us. We just squandered a house money opportunity, same thing we did last year. So this ain't new, but I'm telling you, man, here's what we can't allow, Chico. I'm going to go back again to halftime going to the third quarter.
Mm-hmm.
Halftime, the score was 16-14. And let me tell you a quick thing before that. At one point, it was 13-0. You recall that?
13-0, yep. Then we had a big run from Timmy
Coach Prime huddled everybody up. I got it on tape. He said, if they score 13 unanswered, darn it, you don't think we can?
Mm-hmm.
If anything they doing, we can do.
Right.
We are still in this game, y'all. We can come back and tie this thing up or take the lead before halftime. Go out there and play our brand of football. They went out there and did it. Remember that big run, 38-yard run that led to a TD?
Price. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay.
It was right before halftime.
Right.
It's 16-14 at halftime. And you're knowing, hey, they get the ball back because they deferred. All we got to do, stop them, get the ball back. We in this game. Third down, 17 plays, 57 yards, 8 minutes and 35 seconds off the clock.
Led to a field goal. Still down by what? 5 points. It's 19-14, right?
But then what do you do when
quarter.
What do you do when you get the ball after you done waited 8.5 minutes?
Yeah.
3 plays for 2 yards.
You had a slant route, and this was the play call right here. You can talk about the play calls, and then I feel like I'm advocating for Pat Sherman. I'm just advocating for right here.
No, it's just right.
It was 3rd and 8. Stop through a slant to Omarion. Bam! If that pass is right here, Omarion probably still running, right?
Oh, it's a score.
Yeah. Or if he makes an amazing catch, it would have been tough back here. It would have been a first down, but still that play wasn't executed, and that's why.
And that's my point. When everybody want to go out to the shed and get their pitchforks and rakes and run past Sherman out of town, clearly the play call was the right call. You got to throw the damn pass right. And then another opportunity was a slant with Draylon across. He misses it, and he admitted in the team meeting, man, I got to get flat on that. Like, I made the ball behind me and short because I was running at an angle instead of running flat. Chico knows it's tight end. When you come off that line, you get to the linebackers and you run across the back of their feet. Mm-hmm. Like you almost trying to step on the back of their legs.
That's why depth is so important as a receiver.
Yeah.
If you running the wrong depth, your receiver coach would get on your arse in the meeting room as watching film because he knows that if that pass is not completed, it's not just on the QB's accuracy, it's where you're supposed to be at also at the same time as a receiver. So that's football 1-on-1 for whoever in the chat talk about. We're not talking football, hey.
Let me tell you something.
I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it all right.
Let me tell you something, Chico. Let me tell you something, Chico. Hey, let me tell you now. I ain't got no drink with me, but I don't give a damn if it makes somebody mad. I don't care if you click off. It's the facts. Let me tell you what you're not gonna tell me, Chico. You ain't finna see my family at the grocery store, see my family in traffic, and then try to tell me what's going on in my house.
Right.
I live in my house.
Right.
It ain't no better expert on the Clevelands than Chico Cleveland.
I know I'm not going. It's not up for debate.
No. What Chico? What do me and you text each other when we going at it? Okay.
All right.
Like, hey, I ain't saying you right. I ain't saying wrong. I'm just saying I ain't finna go back and forth with you, dog.
I ain't going back and forth with you, dog. You won. If that's how you want to feel, all right, go ahead, leave it alone.
Because look, Chico, say what you want to say. You know, I talk about first downs, right?
Yeah,
We can move on after this.
yeah.
Second quarter, first down, just first downs. -2, no gain, +11, +1, +38 for a TD, +5, +25, no gain. That was staying ahead of the chains. That's how you caught back up. If it's 10 yards for a first down, and let's not include fourth down, that means you got to get about 3.5 with the ref spot per down to turn to a first down.
Mm-hmm.
When you're going -2 or getting a sack or a penalty for 15, now you've created second and longer.
Yeah, and I'm glad you said that, brought it back up again, because I didn't write down how many situations, but every time I looked up, I did say this. I saw one situation where we forced them into 3rd and 7 or longer. Everything else was 3rd and short, 3rd and 3, 3rd and 2, 3rd and 1, 3rd and 3, 3rd and 2, 3rd and 1, constantly. You got to put them in situations where they get some 30 long.
Chico, let me help you out, dog. Let me help you out. Because these folks don't understand your brilliance, Chico. They don't understand how football intelligent you are. Chico, let me tell you this that you already know, because you played linebacker and then switch tight end. If you continue to put the offense in 2nd and 3 and 2nd and 4 situations, their whole playbook is available.
Absolutely.
You don't know what the hell they're going to do.
Right.
All that film study you did, all that tendency stuff you did, and they continue to get the ball in 2nd and 3, their whole playbook is open.
Right. And now as a defense, you're on your heels. You don't know what's coming.
Now flip it. Flip it. They continue to put us in the opposite situation. They know what we're finna do.
Yep. They have no choice. That's football. That's chess, man.
That's all it is, Chico. It's physical chess.
Yes, indeed.
But I'm gonna end with where I started. The goals of the season is go to Dallas, be one of those 1 or 2 teams in the Big 12 championship. This was a conference loss, but because of the parity in this league, unlike other leagues, the parity in this league, you're going to have 2 lost teams in the conference championship. Period.
Yeah. Let me ask you this. Matter of fact, we're gonna go to super chats in a second. So y'all have any questions out there, put it in the super chat and we'll answer them. We'll get to them. We got a couple of them already. I think we have 6 in the super chat right now. Matter of fact, when it gets to 10, that's where we're gonna start going in on the super
chat. If they're football related, let's do them before Arlie and Chuck come on.
Yeah. We already have 44? Goodness gracious. Let's go ahead and get some right quick.
Yeah. Like the clock ticking.
We've been on at 44 that fast? Gosh.
Man, it was 25 minutes when you were talking about getting your ass with
my story. Chuck and Arlie backstage. My bad, Chuck and Arlie. I got y'all.
I see him backstage.
Man.
We gonna wait on. Man, we can't wait on nothing. In the words of Deion Sanders, Chico, what you saving it for?
We ain't saving it for Nathaniel. Who gets to start this week? Rudy Wright said.
I would wager that it'll be Salter. We'll see as the week goes on with practice.
Mm-hmm.
But based on what I saw at the Staub in Texas, I don't know how you don't give Salter that opportunity. But again, that's based on how practice goes this week. So ask me that on Thursday night with Uncle Chico Live.
Yeah. Sean Roberts, we appreciate you. Rudy H. Wright, we appreciate you too. Hal Dawkins once again with the gas money. Gas for the tank.
We appreciate that, Hal D99 super chat. Yeah, you got chat. Hal, you got to stay positive. I mean, there's too many games left. Like we've only played 3, and only one of those was a conference game. If you allow doubt and pointing fingers and erosion in the locker room now, you can pack it up. We got too many games ahead of us. Too many conference games ahead of us.
One more the WB3.
Damn frog. I've been there, frog. WB3 $20 super chat. Appreciate that. He said, I hear the things you are saying. But the issue is that after weeks of football, the bases is not there, tackling up by the shoulder pass, not keeping coverage, leverage, drop passes, bait football. So, okay, I appreciate the $20, but you say that like we said differently. We saying the same. We saying the same thing. You hear what I'm saying? We read what you type it, and it's the same thing.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Yeah, we ain't saying nothing different from what you type.